Hey everybody, Elisa Stillwell Rogers here, back with Simply Southern Recipes by Rocket City Girls. Now, we have been having some really bad weather for like the last week, so my idea was let's just pull something out of the freezer because we haven't got to get all of our shopping and stuff done. So, we pulled out some of the Southern Sauerbraten that we made. We have a video called, let's see, Southern Flair on a German Classic. So we pulled that out. What we're going to do is we're going to drain the juice off of it. Then we're going to hard fry it in a pan and put it on some good rye bread. I'll show you all the steps in a panini press, and have sandwiches and German potato salad. So what we need to do first is I always keep a mason jar full of bacon grease. Every Sunday, my husband and I fry up a big old bunch of bacon so that it's in the refrigerator and we can use it whenever we need it. This will get chopped up and put into the German potato salad. There's 6 pieces here. I've got 2 tablespoons of bacon fat in this little skillet. What I'm fixing to do is finish slicing up these, and I'm just thin slicing them. They don't have to be diced or anything like that. They're going to draw up. Yep. Okay, I'm going to get these on the stove, and I am going to caramelize these down until they're translucent, and then I'll remove them and show you the steps of how we're going to put all this meal together. Alright everybody, got my 2 tablespoons of bacon grease melted here. You want a lot of bacon grease because some of this grease is going to go in your German potato salad. Let's go ahead and add these onions and get these cooking. Okay. Now, back here, I have already put my leftover pork and kraut, the Sauerbraten, in a pot. As you can tell, it's steaming. It's cooling off. Right here, I have got 2 very large baking potatoes. That's plenty for my husband and I. So what I'm going to do is turn that on high. Once it starts boiling, I'll let it boil for 10 minutes. I turn the heat off, I put the lid on, and I let it set for 40 minutes. Then I run it under cold water. Turns out perfect every time. These are starting to look really nice, so it's time for a little flavoring. Sprinkle a little salt. Sprinkle a little pepper. Layers of flavor. Get this all mixed up. And these are almost. They're not good and translucent yet, but once they get translucent, we're going to put them over in this drainer, drain them, lay them over on another plate on some paper towels so they can be getting good and dry. Then we'll come back and check on these potatoes. They're just now starting to boil. These are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and drain these. They're going to continue cooking. All that bacon grease is going to run to the bottom of this colander, and this pan is going to catch it. And that's exactly what we're wanting. My potatoes have been boiling for 3 minutes. They got 7 more minutes on high like that, and then I'm, like I said, going to cover them, turn the heat off, and let them continue sitting in that very, very hot boiling water for another 30-40 minutes. My potatoes are fixing to start going off. I'm getting some of my pork and kraut mixture, and we're draining it in this colander. Make sure you get enough out that you can have 2 good sandwiches. Or you can have more than that, however big your family is. But it's just me and Scott today, so we don't need a whole lot. Okay, there's my buzzer. Potatoes covered up. Turned off. Reset. Check them in 40 minutes. They should be good and tender by then. Then we'll run them under cold water until we can handle them and then dice them up. While the potatoes are still sitting in the hot water, they got about 15 more minutes to go. I can go ahead and get some of this other stuff done. So, like I said, I got about 6 pieces of already cooked bacon. We like it good and bacony, or German potato salad. And I don't do it like everybody else does. I just put my own spin on it. My family loves it. My husband begs for it all the time. And we're having, like, let's see, barbecue chicken. He's like, German potato salad? And I'm like, no, we're having, you know, regular mustard potato salad or a Cajun potato salad or something like that. But he wants German potato salad with everything now, so. Alright. Got this chopped up. Add to our potato salad. One less thing to do. Alrighty. Now, let me grab the onions. Now, my husband, not so big on onions on everything. Like, I love them, especially caramelized like this, but he doesn't really care for onions on everything. But I'm just going to cut these up. Much easier to do after they've cooked. These will be what's going in the German potato salad. What's left, I'm going to put on my sandwich. I'm going to put it in the panini press. Okay. So, got all that. Oop, get in there. Okay. This stuff is so good. And, you know, you're going to have all that pork left over after a big old Southern Sauerbraten meal like I showed you in that other video. Put it to good use. I mean, you could make sandwiches and send your husband to work with an awesome sandwich for lunch. Kids love it. Everybody seems to love it. It's kind of like a different take on a Ruben, but I prefer this as opposed to a Ruben because everything's kind of incorporated already. All the flavors are melded together. Put it in that panini press. Voila. You got lunch or dinner. So, we got this done. Still waiting on the potatoes. And once we get those done, we'll go ahead and put our stuff together. Here is how we construct our sandwich. Put it in a very, popped over there, hot skillet. Very hot. That is a good, healthy sandwich right there. Now, it's going to cook on that side a good minute until it's got a nice crust on the bottom. And then I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to put it on my bread. Now this all happens before we even think about putting it in the panini press. So, And I'm just using cheapo plates. Don't want to mess up any plates. Don't want to do no more cleaning. And remember, I had all that bacon fat in this skillet too. So there's still bacon fat in this. And the idea is to cook as much of that juice out as possible so that your sandwich doesn't get all soggy. Woo! Hello! Well, I tell you what, it's just a snap, crackling, and popping. You'd think I had Rice Krispies in there. Alright, while that's doing that, I'm going to get some bread going to lay it on. I have some delicious rye bread here. Don't toast it or anything yet, that's coming. Here is our Sauerbraten. Now usually Sauerbraten is made with beef, but like I said, down here in the South we put our own spin on it. And my family always, and I do mean always, used pork. Even for our tacos, we used pork a lot. So, like I said, these are nice, healthy sandwiches. But I'm just going to demonstrate how we do the first one for you. There's our caramelized onions. And you remember, you've got kraut all in here. Caraway seeds, the whole bit. Delicious. Okay. Now, next step. Baby Swiss cheese. You can use Munster. We just had Swiss here, so we're using it instead of running to the store for one item. So there we go. You see how that? Now you lay your crust on, or your top piece on, smash it down, get ready to do your other one. We'll get them both ready, and then I'll show you how to put this potato salad together. Alright, our potatoes are done. You can usually tell when they're done when they start splitting like that on the skin. We leave the skin on. We like the skin. But I'm going to run very cold water over these for about 10 minutes. Bring them down to temperature. That way I can cut them. I won't be scalding myself while doing that. So once these have cooled down, we'll come back and I'll show you how to put all this together. Remember our bacon grease? Our chopped up bacon? Our caramelized onions? All going in the pot. Alright. Here's our potatoes. Now they're still firm, not unedible, but firm enough in the middle that they hold, you know, when you cut them, they'll hold their shape. And I love that. I don't like them getting all mushy and falling apart, you know. I like them to have some good texture about them. Some bite to it, I should say. Okay. Just like that. This is a very rustic potato salad as well. Now, a lot of people use chicken broth. I don't. I use beef broth. I think it gives it a much deeper, richer flavor. Okay. Let me wipe this off real quick with my hands. I'm also going to turn my panini on. We'll come back to that in just a second. Alrighty. Now, I am going to stir all of this together. Just like that. I'm going to add my salt. Now, you don't need a whole lot of salt because the beef broth has plenty. Pepper. And you can't really give like one specific recipe of how much for this and how. It depends on how many people you got eating, and I usually just kind of play with it by like one potato per person. Now here's your beef broth. You're going to pour, not a lot, I would have to say 1/4 of a cup. You don't want it soupy. You just want it to kind of meld together with your other ingredients in there. And that potato to start soaking up the flavor of that beef broth. Now, a lot of people use apple cider vinegar. I particularly don't care for the flavor of apple cider vinegar. So what I'm doing is I'm putting, again, about 1/4 of a cup. Just regular distilled white vinegar. Now, I also add parsley. Now, if you've got fresh, that's great. But like I said, bad weather, we're not getting out. I have good old dry parsley. Now we like ours warm. So what I'm going to do is put this in the microwave and warm it for just a minute while we get our paninis done. Here's our panini press, my Wolfgang Puck. Got it on 350 top and bottom. Pull this little lever and pull this down. And just kind of press on it like this. Now, I'm also going to start my microwave 1 minute for that potato salad. Once these get good and golden brown, I'll put the plates together and show you the presentation. Look at this beautiful sandwich. This German potato salad, I guarantee you'll fall in love. Now what we do in our house, because it's warm, we sprinkle cheese all over the top. We serve it with the Heinz 57 type of steak sauce. It pairs perfectly with that Sauerbraten. And this is one heck of a meal. So please come back and visit us and share us with your friends and family. Subscribe, please. And we hope to see you back again for more great Southern recipes with the Rocket City girls. See you later.